To the first episode of Cats in the Wild. I'm your host, Lauren Withrow, today joined by running back Albert Kunickis. First of all, welcome to campus. You've been up in Evanston for almost a month now. What's been the biggest surprise since you got up here?
The friendliness of the upperclassmen. They've been truly welcoming. They brought all the underclassmen in, and they want us to succeed because it helps them benefit as well. It's way different from high school.
You had a unique journey coming here originally. You didn't even know you were going to be able to play football here. Came to that one-day camp last year, and then after that it was pretty much a done deal. What was your parents' and your siblings' first reaction once you finally said yes to Northwestern?
My mom was in tears, of course. Dad was excited too. He knew that we put in all this work. We went to a bunch of camps last year, and this one paid off, and him and I put in a ton of work over the course of the year, so he knew what I did to become a collegiate athlete and what I wanted to do, and he was just happy for me, and I'm blessed.
You told me people were telling you to settle for a D2, D3 offer. You made it to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
What kept you motivated throughout all of that?
Honestly, when I first developed my passion for football, I didn't want to be embarrassed with my gameplay, so I grinded and got to this point, and I never looked back. It always took after the saying, go big or go home.
So what was the biggest fear that you'd be embarrassed about? I mean, not everybody is good enough at football to play at the Big Ten.
Yeah, well, obviously born with one arm, your confidence has to be a little bit higher than everyone else's, otherwise it'll get to your head and you'll mess up. Having that, I just didn't want to make a fool of myself by not being as good as my peers on the playing field.
Does that pressure that you are holding yourself to, that high standard to not be embarrassed and to prove people wrong, does that ever get to you?
Not anymore. It used to when I was younger, but nowadays I just block it out and I just try to do me.
What kind of switch flipped when you couldn't block it out to when you finally could put the blinders on?
Honestly, the support I gained from my peers and teammates in high school, and my coach even, he started trusting me more, I got the ball more, and my gameplay did the speaking, and that honestly boosted my confidence to put on those blinders.
You told me you also love to play basketball outside of football, so we're at these courts for a reason. You said last year when you were visiting campus with your dad, you drove by these courts here right by Ryan Fieldhouse, and that was sort of sealing the deal for you wanting to come to Northwestern. So what do you say we go shoot around, finish this on the court?
Let's do it.
So you said you went to play basketball with some of the football guys. What was that like?
It was fun. I mean, I've never actually played a full basketball game with all Division I athletes, so we're all running around, jumping, so competitive. It was so fun.
What's the difference in the demeanor of the guys when they're playing football locked in versus basketball having fun?
Basketball way more goofy. We're chucking up half-court shots, messing around, talking trash to each other. So fun.
What would you say you get out of playing basketball versus playing football?
Definitely more athleticism, jumping and etc. I guess more competitiveness, that fiery spirit in me, I want to win.
More competitive during basketball than football?
No, it gets me even more competitive for football.
Okay.
Because I'm not as good as basketball, so when I miss shots and stuff, it kind of builds that fire in me. It makes me want to play another sport to do better.
Lamont High, honor roll, National Honor Society. You obviously like school.
Yep.
What's the academic goal at Northwestern?
Honestly, just a degree, to be real. If the football stuff doesn't work out, earning a degree from here would be phenomenal. I know everyone says that, but I mean, it's true,
What's the major going to be? Do you know what you want to study?
Thinking biomedical engineering, where I can build prosthetic arms, which I use in the weight room, and I can provide my own insight and work with the Shriners Hospital and the kids that need prosthetic arms there. So yeah, I feel like it'd be cool.
Have you had any moments with kids playing sports around home where they've looked at you and you know that you're making a difference, setting an example for them?
Yeah, one time we were walking down the tunnel or whatever from for a game, and there's a bunch of kids lined up on the hill, and they're like, "Oh, Mom, look, it's the 26 kid," and I wore 26, so it was kind of cool, kind of a heartwarming moment because obviously kids and their parents were talking about me, and yeah, he was like, "Hey, you're my hero," and I high-fived him, so it was kind of cool.
What do you want to be an example for those kids?
Just for them to know that if I did it, they can do it as well, and anything they want to do in their life, they can do if they just work for it. Right here.
So when you were little, did you ever doubt yourself and what you could do athletically?
Honestly, no.
No?
the doctors were always trying to get me to wear a prosthetic arm during whatever sport I played, and I didn't want to because I didn't want to be like different from the other kids. I just knew that I could do it on my own, you know what I mean?
Right now, if somebody Googles your name, about a dozen articles are coming up. Half of them are about Lamont High honor roll announcements. The other half are about you defying odds by playing football despite not having your right hand. At the end of your first year at Northwestern, what do you want that #1 article to be about?
Can I talk long goal instead of, okay, I'd say long time from now, like the #1 article to pop up, I'd say probably the successful kid that like came out of Lamont, if that makes sense. So everyone reads it and they're like, wow, yeah, I remember that kid, he was from Lamont, blah, 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 like the Lamont legend or something. I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
How much does your hometown mean to you?
A lot, a lot. Just everyone there, we're all tight-knit, we're a small group, and everyone knows each other there, so they all build each other up, and yeah.
So win the trophies here, bring them back home to Lamont.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, good game.
Good game. Shoot, one-handed free throw, or one-handed three-pointer.
Okay.
And one leg. Got it. So one leg, one hand. For the game.
Not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, that was decent. Good game. Good game.
Was that S?
Yeah, that was good.
Come on. Good game.
Yep.